Maryland, known also as an all-line state, it's a vibrant and diverse state on the eastern shore of the coast of the United States, which its rich history, thriving economy, and beautiful landscape, it is no wonder that many people are considering a move to Maryland in 2023. So if you're thinking about relocating to this charming state, here are 7 places that I have researched. They have plenty of opportunities to offer, from the geographical location, the weather, the jobs, the schools, and real estate. So let's just go right into talking about these areas. But before we do that, and if this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about living, working, playing, and getting and enjoying the great state of Maryland, then subscribe and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first one to know about the current market in this area. I receive calls and emails, text message every day from people just like you that are looking to move into the state of Maryland. And I absolutely love to have those calls and consultations. Whether you're making a move in the next 10 days, 90 days, 9 months, give me a call, shoot me a text message. There is a link below to set up a Zoom consultation, and I guarantee you I will help you start the process to make a very smooth move to the state of Maryland. The different cities I'll be talking are going to be Bethesda, Annapolis, Columbia, Frederick, Rockville, Silver Spring, and wait for the last one. You won't believe the last one here. So let's talk about Bethesda. Bethesda, it is located in Montgomery County, Maryland, in reference to a distance from the Washington, D.C. downtown area. You're looking to probably drive about 20 minutes, if it's not around 7 miles in distance. So that's just for you to have an idea. Now you can also take the public transportation. There's Metro, Red Line Metro can take you all the way to downtown Washington, D.C. Highly recommend to go in that direction, especially for big events downtown like 4th of July fireworks display and some other parades throughout the year. So we'll talk about right now the cost of living. So Bethesda is probably a little bit more expensive than some other areas. Just to give you some idea here, average energy bill, this is according to payscale.com, is about $195. Phone bill, that's on a monthly basis. Phone bills is about $208. Gasoline, it's about $3.60. Loaf of bread, it's about $4.25. Gallon of milk, it's about $3.50. Eggs are very expensive nowadays, so it's probably more like $3.99 for a carton of eggs. It's definitely, not on the cheaper side, but also not on the more, difficult things to do. Now let's talk about the weather. Really, Bethesda has a very interesting weather, as it is the rest of the states. The hot season lasts about 3.5 months, sometimes 4 months, and it starts from the end of May all the way to the middle of September. That is considered the hottest time of the year, with an average daily temperature about 78 to 80 degrees. So it's a really plenty of a good weather to do a lot of outdoor things. And believe me, there is plenty of things that you can do outdoors in Bethesda. Now, let's talk about what happens when it's cold, So the cold season lasts about 3.5 months, and it's normally from December 1st all the way to the middle of March, with temperatures on average on a daily basis about 51 Fahrenheit degrees. And the coldest month of the year is in January. It is freaking cold. Sometimes we see single digits. That's when I'm saying like, maybe I should be in another part of the country. But no, I really love it. It's a really, really great thing. Let's talk now about the schools. Bethesda is also well known for its excellent education system, making it an ideal place for families. The Montgomery County Public School System or district serving Bethesda consistently ranks among the top districts in the nation. The area is home of prestigious schools, renowned and private institutions, and is specialized in magnet programs, providing students with a diverse educational options. The community's commitment to education is evident in the high academic achievements and numerous of extracurricular opportunities available to students. So let's talk now about real estate, right? Because you want to say, well, what would it cost me? All this sounds really good, but what would it really cost me to live in this beautiful area? Well, let's talk about real estate. The average price, according to Redfin, it's about $1.247 million for a piece of detached single family property. Now, if you're probably thinking about more to rent, average rental, it's about $3,300 per month. Now, there's some other websites that show lower numbers, but believe me, I think what Redfin has, it's more accurate. Also, on the Zillow, as I said, the rental, it's about $3,300. So it is not on the cheapest side, but it is also, you get a lot of good things. And believe me, the architecture in downtown Bethesda, it's marvelous. It's beautiful. There are plenty of new high rises, good restaurant. It's a vibrant community. You really don't want to miss it. So now let's just let's talk about the next one. That would be Annapolis, Maryland. Yes, beautiful Annapolis. Annapolis, Maryland, it's located in Anne Arundel County. To give you an idea in distance from downtown Annapolis to downtown Washington, D.C., you're looking about a drive of 45 minutes, give it or take, sometimes with traffic. It's about 32 miles, and what will you be taking is US 50 West from Annapolis going into downtown D.C. It's, of course, on the eastern shore of the United States, and it has a beautiful specific location because it's right on the Chesapeake Bay. So it's a lovely thing, and it provides really a lot of access for boating, water activities, while also being conveniently located in between Baltimore and, as I said, where we are located in Washington, D.C., making it a very, very good, desirable place to live. Let's talk about the weather in this area. So the summers are warm and muggy. Winters are, of course, very cold. Sometimes we have snow, and it's very windy. So the weather right now, we'll say around this time of the year, you probably will see close to 80 degrees average in the summer times. Sometimes it does get above 91 degrees, but in the winter months, you're probably looking at an average of about 52 degrees as when it warms up, and of course in the mornings can be single digits. So it definitely gets very, very cold sometimes living in this area. Cost of living, okay? It's about 35% higher than the average to live in Annapolis, Maryland. Of course, housing, it's kind of where it makes it a little bit more expensive. So I have different figures, but according to PayScale, just to live in there, a medium home price is about $1,090,000, with price up going a lot, and the medium rent, it's about $3,300. Energy bills, let's say you're probably looking to spend $190 in electricity per month. Phone bills about $198. Gasoline's about $3.50. Loaf of bread is about $4.40. So let's talk about the schools. So Annapolis, Maryland has a total of 71 schools. There are about 50 preschools, 35 elementary schools, 16 middle schools, 10 high schools, and 52 private schools. So that makes the big total of everything that they have. It has great reviews, great ratings, so definitely highly encourage you you can visit the website greatschools.org, and you can get some good information over there. I'll be posting the link here below so you can see what they have to offer. So let's talk about real estate. So Annapolis has a beautiful real estate market. It's very delightful, blend with historic charm and modern convenience. With a range of properties including colonial style homes, waterfront estates, and upscale condos, the city offers a captivating atmosphere for residents. Its proximity to DC makes it very desirable. So it's a really, really good place to live. So thinking about making the move, consider Annapolis. Remember, we've seen Bethesda, we've seen Annapolis, so let's just now go to Columbia, Maryland. Columbia, Maryland, it's located in Howard County. To put a perspective, driving from downtown Columbia to downtown Washington, D.C., it will take about 50 minutes driving time. It will be about 31 miles, and that will be from you taking probably the best way to go will be from Baltimore, Washington Parkway. Let's talk about the cost of living. Okay, it's about 38% higher than other areas, although it's a little bit more, it's a little bit cheaper. Okay, but that's how Colombia it's gone. But it's also in one of the nice and counties in the area. Medium home price at about $1,079,000 right now. I mean, crazy that we be paying right now. Medium rent, it's about $3,200. I would just say that this is according to pay scale, although I would say there's a little bit of conflicting data sometimes because Zillow and Realtor.com have sometimes different numbers. But I will say if you're going to be moving to this area, you probably expect to pay, I will say, very easily for a good single family home between $700,000 and $800,000. So just to give you an idea of what it is. But it's a lovely place, has a really nice area where the mall is located. It's up and trendy. Fortune 500 companies have offices there, if not headquarters. So it's really a great opportunity to live over there. So let's talk about the weather in Columbia, Maryland. So according to weatherspark.com, the weather is really nice in Columbia. The summers are warm and humid. Most of the East Coast is just that way, and of course the winters can get very cold. The average temperatures goes in the warm season, it goes to probably the lowest you will see is like 72 degrees, and it gets up to like 94 degrees sometimes. So it gets pretty hot. The best time to probably visit this area will be during the warm months. It's from, like, I will say, end of May all the way to probably end of September. Best time to visit this area. So it's a lovely place to be around. So let's talk about the schools. Schools in Columbia are very desirable, top rated school district. There are 66 preschools, 38 elementary schools, 10 middle schools, 9 high schools, and 59 private schools. So there is plenty of options for schools. Highly recommend to check some of these schools. I will say average for this school on the scale 1 to 10, they're averaging about 8, 7.5 to 8. So it's definitely a really good investment for your time and money. So real estate, okay, so let's see what's Columbia, Maryland real estate. It's very vibrant, it's really good, it's very diverse, mixed with a lot of options. It's also known for a planned community design. Columbia offers a variety of housing styles, including single family homes, townhomes, condominiums / apartments with excellent amenities, top rated schools, parks, trails, and easy access to Baltimore and Washington, D.C. It's really a very attractive area. So now let's talk about Frederick, Maryland, one of my favorite cities in the northern portion of the state. So in driving distance, if you're thinking about from Washington, D.C. downtown, you're probably looking at about 58 minutes drive, although I will say traffic sometimes it gets crazy. On I-270 was the main way to get and fastest to from south to going into the north of Frederick. It's about 40 miles from downtown, so it's really not too crazy. Cost of living, it's about 40% higher compared to other places. Overall, housing, it's more expensive. Groceries, also more expensive. And if you need to really be driving downtown, it's very expensive. Now, the good thing about here is that it's kind of like a semi-agricultural area. So you really have houses that will have plenty of green space if that's what you're looking for. And definitely something that a lot of families, I have so many clients move in that direction because they just really want more open space. So I would say average single family home right now over there, it's probably costing you between $650,000 and $799,000, depending where you want it to be, if it's a newer development and so on. Townhomes are about $400,000, the newer townhomes, On the older side, you're probably looking about $350,000 for a townhome right now over there. But it's really a nice area that you won't really regret, and you have the view of the mountains. It's beautiful. It's a really, really good place. Weather-wise, I will say that it is very similar and compared to the other ones. Have about 3.5 months of warm weather and of course cold weather. They tend to see a little bit more snow because they're so close to Pennsylvania. I will say they tend to see more snow than other areas compared to Columbia or to Bethesda or Washington, D.C. It gets pretty cold in the winter months. I will say January is probably, you'll see very easy single digits in the morning. So it's, it can be tricky sometimes, but if you can, work from home, then you don't have to worry about it. So let's talk about the schools. So Frederick, it belongs to the Frederick County School District. There are about 84 preschools, 37 elementary schools, 20 middle schools, 11 high schools, and about 74 private schools. The ratings for that area, many schools over there are coming on a scale 1 to 10. They're coming around probably in the 8.5 to 9. There is one, it's the Urbana Elementary School that has a 10 out of 10. That's amazing. So definitely something that you don't want to miss. Warning, traffic. I said traffic can get crazy. Now let's go to the next city, which is Rockville. Rockville, it's located in Montgomery County, Maryland. That's where I do and run my business. In terms of location, going to Washington, D.C., it's about a 25-minute drive. It's about probably 15 miles, and you have to take from I-270 to 495. So definitely it's a great area to be in. Prices are pretty high in terms of everything. Housing, incomes are really good. There's a lot of biotechnology companies. There's a lot of IT companies in this area. So the average sales price right now is it's a little under $1 million, shy of $1 million right now. And rent, it's about $3,200. So just to give you an idea in terms of food, bread, it's probably about, the loaf of bread is probably about $4. Carton of eggs is probably about, $5 in some places. A bunch of bananas is about $3. If you fast food, just going to a hamburger is probably $12 to $15 with the drink and everything. So definitely very, expensive for some families and compared to other areas. The weather it's crazy. It's delightful, but it's also crazy. With about 3 months of hot season, sometimes 4 months, depending on, and of course it gets cold to 3.5 months to 4 months of really cold weather. I will say January and February are the coldest months of all of the whole season. So definitely expect to do that. There is a lot of good things. Downtown Rockville Town Center, it's up and coming. There's also Pike and Rose, although it's considered North Bethesda, but it's in Rockville in my opinion. There's all those are new developments, new up and coming things, full of restaurants, vibrant communities and shopping, high-end stores and so on. So you really won't regret it. Let's talk about the schools. Elementary schools, about 60 of them, 27 middle schools, 17 high schools, at about 98 private schools. That has a pretty high number of private schools. So in terms of ratings, they all come in 9 out of 10. There's a big percentage. I will say 8 out of 10 is probably the average for the area, but it's a really good area. I personally love it because there is just so nice everything that you can do over there. Let's go to the next one, Silver Spring, Maryland. It's about 21-minute driving from downtown Silver Spring to downtown DC. It's about 6.57 miles, I will say. And your options are you can take the Beltway 495 or you can take the Metro. Okay, there's a couple Metro. There's the Metro that will take you down there. Cost of living, it's higher. It's about 44% higher than the average area here, around here. If we talk about the weather in Silver Spring, it's, I would say it's probably about in the hot months, 87 degrees average. Sometimes you get into the 90, up mid 90s, but it's really not a lot. And in the winter months, I would say it's probably in the mid 30s. The what you can expect. Silver Spring real estate, it's a very dynamic, it's diverse, it appeals to a wide range of buyers from different backgrounds and ethnicities and so on. There are some historic homes, and condominiums in Silver Spring are plenty, especially in downtown. There is a lot of condominiums, so definitely something that you don't want to miss. Average price right now, I will say, for a single family home, you're probably looking into the $700,000 to $800,000. The rent is probably average between $2,200 to $3,000 for rental, but definitely something that you don't want to miss. It's a really, 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 really nice. Schools also, they belong to the Montgomery County. The schools also belong to the Montgomery County public school system. And there are about 90 elementary schools, 33 middle schools, 27 high schools, 147 private schools. So it's definitely a lot of opportunities for education. Some of those schools rank in the 8 and 9 out of 10 in the county. So definitely a lot of options. And the very last one here, okay, it will be Ellicott City. Ellicott City is located in Howard County, Maryland. This is distance from Howard County to downtown DC, looking about 53 minutes driving distance. That's a 32-mile, and the best way to get there is the Baltimore-Washington Parkway. Cost of living, as you can expect, right? It's higher than the average. Median rent, this is crazy though. It's about $4,000 right now. Whoa, it's pretty expensive though. The winter, it's the same as the other areas I've mentioned. So it is the warm time, 3.5 months of warm weather, and probably 3 months to sometimes 4 months, depending on how Mother Nature is, of cold weather. Also saying that January and February are the coldest months of the whole season, and I will say probably July and August the hottest months in these area. Now let's talk about real estate. Real estate market exudes charm and character, known for historic Main Street, scenic views, and a mix of architectural styles. Ellicott City offers a unique and picturesque setting for home buyers with a strong sense of community, excellence, and schools, and of course the proximity to the areas already mentioned. Now, according to Redfin, average homes right now are about $630,000, and the median rent is about a little under $2,500, $2,475. So definitely a lot of options. So this is my entire list of places for you to consider if you want to be moving to this area. Remember, if you have any questions about a particular area, feel free to leave comments here below. You can request a Zoom consultation, you can call me, you can text me, you can email me, whichever is convenient to you. And do not worry, we're just going to have a casual conversation to talk about what is that you're trying to accomplish here. I guarantee you I will give you enough information so that you can make a smart decision. So thank you very much, everybody. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.